it is Destructocraft, the Reaker of Chaos, and welcome back to Project Ozone 3. Quite a bit has been done since the last episode. So last episode we got the ME system set up, and everything's, or not everything, but pretty much everything's been moved down. That's all just junk. All the barrels, all the drawers have been moved down. The only thing is I've got this stuff is set up just in case I need it until I build the platform for it, as well as I just haven't dismantled that. And then the farm I left running until we get the platform done for it, as well as the portals. But if we go down, there's been quite a bit done. I know I said I would decorate this, and it's not quite done. I am kind of liking how it looks. This took me far longer than I would like to admit, just because I had to wrap my head around all the intricacies of Project Ozone 3 and ME, because I've actually never been able to get the auto crafting done, and I finally figured it out. It only took me like 5 hours. But this is the fabricators for the up to Supremium. I am missing a infusion crystal, so otherwise it would be set to Insanium. And then these are the advanced inscribers I've got set to be auto crafting. I had to make a 5th one just so it would work. But I actually had to do these different than how it wanted them. Because if I were to, in a pattern here, say I want a printed circuit. If I were to look at the recipe and just move this, set that to processing, it would want a diamond and one of these to make this. But if we look at the pattern here, it just says a diamond. Because otherwise, if I wanted to craft, say, 64, it would want to have 64 different presses, and it just was not working. So, had to do it that way, and there's quite a bit of recipes and whatnot. The one marked item buffer here is, I'm just going to switch this to just craftable items, and you can see what all we can auto craft. Some of it is just quality of life, like I needed a bunch of this for moving drawers, and some of this is preparation stuff. Processors. The pure crystals, essentially, I've got it to where I can craft, say, 10 of these, and it'll craft up the seeds and send them to this, like craft up seeds and then send them to this thing automatically. So that's nice. I've got a bunch of the storage components because I was having to craft up a ton of those. And then I've got the empowered blocks here. And diamond's fairly easy. And I've got to where it just takes the ingredients, and I could probably get it set up fairly easy. But for now, I've just got to where it takes all the ingredients and tosses them right there. So I can go boop, 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 boop. I have the recipe wrong. I may have to edit that. Is it that? Okay. So I put the wrong number in, so I will fix that pattern. But essentially I've got it to where I'll just toss that back in there, and that should get sucked out. No. Oh, right, because I've got it filtered. I'll send it back to the system. But the craft will remain in the system until this gets done, and I'll let it finish. And I just have to put it there. Filter will take it out, and then it'll clear it from the crafting. So that makes it a lot easier. And I did have some patterns because I wanted to show the molecular, the assembler thingies, and this is just to make all the capacitors. So if I wanted to, I could make probably 10. Yeah, we can just straight up make 10 vibrant capacitors, and I will see if that is, it's probably a crafting process. I've got this elevator just so I can check on stuff. Okay, so it is working. I've just got a pulverizer here because I haven't got that set up yet. And just a tour, this is like stuff that I use a lot of, and I think these two I'm just using as placeholders right now. I've got a concealment key just to prevent lag a little bit. It's just stuff I might get a lot of between these two. That's all the metals. This is all the tree farm stuff. Got pretty much condensed down. All the woods are over there, but like all the leaves, and I've got void filters and stuff like that. And I've got room for a little bit more. Well, I might actually expand, put some some fruits over there, because I do want to get Pam's kitchen set up, just because I've never done that before and it's fun. This is all the seeds from, or all the seeds, because I've got canola and stuff in there as well. And this is all the essences. I've got some, like, these won't get automatically crafted, so I've got bigger drawers. And then, like, aluminum, brass. Most of the metals and stuff I'm going to send to auto crafters and just have them automatically get crafted and whatnot. So I've got that. And this side of the room I'm thinking will be, like, we've got the empowerer here, and I might change up the floor around it to something fancier. But I'm not sure what to put in this section. It's something that I'm figuring out. But this section in the middle, because I goofed up on this, and all these are connected, so instead of having 8 crafting things, I have 2. And that is not crafting those. Interesting. Alright. At least I don't think. Yeah. But I'm going to move all of them over to here and kind of separate them and add little crafting monitors so I can make sure everything's crafting okay. Make sure nothing gets stuck like what I think is here. Yeah. I'll just hit boop. And yeah. Let's see where that got stuck. No, it made it to there. Well, got close enough. Made all the components for it at least. So we technically have 250 million of an empty power buffer there. And then I wanted to craft something on camera. Well, that quest completed and I hit the wrong button. But I want to make one of these alchemical bags. And honestly, it's just a bunch of click and drag for a second here. Just gotta make the covalence dust. And I'll make up a couple of those. Just toss those in there. And I'll okay, if I can actually click some of the... Let me click the actual light blue dye, because I can craft that. Alright. There we go. A little bit harder than I thought it would be. But we have an alchemical bag. And if I remember right, these you can put whatever you want in them. And if you lose it, you just have to craft up another one of the same color and it comes back. So I'm going to be using this to hold all the tools and stuff. Because this one I've got set to input just everything into the system here. But there's not a space there. Today's episode is this. I crafted it all up, but let's see. Because I did all the crafting in ME and nothing really went in my inventory, it says none of this is complete. So I'm going to don't need those, need that, need that, need that. Probably all those. And then I want to see, do I have any builders ones? That one's almost dead. Okay, it wasn't letting me click recipe on that for a second there. Alright. If you look at the quest, okay, I do need to grab at least some of these. Toss those on the ground for a second. And we need the controller, which easy done. And there we go. We now have the Extreme Reactor. And I did craft up these off camera, just because it's literally just putting the same recipe, essentially, into the crafting grid. We're going to put that and that back in there, and that's all the junk. Alright. And, like, I know I remember I said that I didn't want to just do big reactor. I'm going to go ahead and sleep just so nothing spawns. But I didn't want to do just big reactors for power, but I'm going to do one big reactor just so I can run everything, just so I can run a bunch of stuff off of it, like this, and then all the machines, because I've left empty space for machines there. But there are some systems that I want to essentially make a dedicated like system for, like, running something off of culinary furnaces. I don't remember what they were called. Alright, and I have a diagram of what I wanted to build. Alright, as you can tell from the time lapse, I had to craft up a little bit more. But I also had to go get my coolant. And I'm using gelid cryothium just because I haven't really done it yet. And that's kind of what this series is about for me. Is, yeah, I've played with a lot of these mods, but I haven't really done too much with them. like Twilight Forest, yes, I've played with that a lot. But I'm also not doing a ton with it yet. Oh yeah, that does damage you. Just because I've played with it a lot. And we are getting ready to go do a bunch in Twilight Forest. But, yeah. But just the same, yes, this reactor is killing me. But it may not look the best. But, it may not be the best, it may not look the best. But this is a design I liked, so, yeah. And, I will link the program or website I use. There is a website for big reactors that you can kind of design and play around. Oh, there goes that bucket. But you can kind of play around and build your own reactor and kind of test things out. And it tells you how much you're going to need of everything. And I've actually got some more cryothium being made because I don't think I have enough. So this is going to take me quite some time to fill in everything. If anything, I might toss some diamond blocks in the middle. But I still have 555 buckets. Or 549 now. And yeah, this is going to take a while. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, and now we have a giant box full of cryothium and snow. So I'm going to put a few torches up here just to try to keep snow off. And I'm going to put the controller, I think, in the front. See if I can get the middle. And just to help with symmetry's sake, I am going to... I need one of those torches back. Yeah, that's going to annoy me. Alright. I'll fix the torch thing here in a second. But yeah, just for symmetry purposes, I'm going to have a block there. This is offline, but we need to add the access ports, and for looks, they're going to go back here. So, and I'll steal that torch. Boop. Alright. And fall way fast, or way past where I was supposed to. Alright. Put one there. One there. And we'll put this right in the middle. Now, if I was smart, I would have brought my cables, but I'm not smart. So, what I'm going to do, set that outlet. So I'm going to hook up the cables, and then see. Do I have the capacitors in here? No. So I gotta go get the capacitors as well. And I'm gonna, yeah, that looks nice. I like that. So now I just gotta figure out where I want to put the capacitor banks. I'm thinking this corner right here. So I will be back in just a moment. Alright, got capacitors in place. 0 out of 250 million. Just had to hiccup there. And it says that it's 8% full on fuel. It's because I wanted to make sure the channel was working. There's 2 stacks. Made it 8%. And all we need is that right there. And the fuel should start filling up. there we go. 12%, 16%. And I do have it set to 90% insertion, just because it does use less fuel. Okay. I forget how much is it sending? Oh, right. I think we hit maximum transfer rate. So, yeah. I'm not going to run this all the time. I forget what the button is to hide JEI there. But, yeah. So I'm actually going to deactivate. And the rest of that buffer should actually fill up this. We'll see. But yes, that does work. So now we just need better cabling. And I think I actually cut out the clip where I was talking about it. But I did change... Yes. I did change the actual recipe. Because there is a better recipe for vibrant capacitors. And yeah, I'm trying to just fix everything essentially. So let's see. It wasn't crafting real well before. I do have enough. Yay. Bam. So much faster. So that way it doesn't have to craft up 30 million other capacitors. And yep. And do I do. Boom. So now we have a storage of 0.67 billion. So that'll do, and I'll probably make this thing like a 5x5 eventually. Alright. So let's claim all that. Cyanite, we'll get that here in probably a few minutes. That, I'll craft that up. I don't know if I'll implement that yet. And turbine, I don't know. These might craft up by the end of the episode from waste and whatnot. Let's see. Oh yeah, I had uranium seeds just floating around, so I crafted those. Here's the capacitor banks there. What I may look at doing is seeing if I can craft up. See how many of these I can craft up. So let's go here. We will just chuck that and that in there. And let's look at capacitor. So silver capacitor. You know what? I'm going to do it. Get set crafting. I'm going to craft a pattern for that, and for that. So I can stick these in here. Okay. And I should be able to look at capacitor, and we're going to craft up, say, 20 of those. Alright. We'll keep one in the inventory. That's it. You know, I could actually just... can't quite make... I only need a couple of those, honestly. And we'll craft up one of those just for quest. And that one we're missing. And now, there we go. We make crystalline. what even is this? Have I made this alloy? Oh yeah, I've made this alloy. And that's... use octactic for that. Alright, crystalline. We'll use that recipe there. Go and chuck those in there. And I am in love with this ME system, if you can't tell. See, can I make one? I'm gonna try to make 4? No. Okay, I can make... yeah, I can make 1. So... I would need to craft up more of this, which, let's be honest, I can do that pretty easily. Can I toss in a pulverizer? Or no, it has to be a Sagmo. Oh, hey, that finished. Alright. And honestly, what I've been doing just until I can get everything just set up is just tossing stuff right there. Alright. And gold. That was the other one. So I'll get those ready to craft up. And did the quest complete on that one yet, or okay, it did not. I was not sure. Now we could make melodic, which we can actually make this one now, I think. Yeah. Because we do have in steel. Alright. Yep. This is gonna be fun episode to edit. All the cuts and whatnot. Well, let me... ooh. I don't have indescence, do I? Yeah, because purple takes that. Okay. I'm gonna leave one in there just in case. Let's go smelt these up. Alright. Now let's see what we can make out of these. I know, I think 2 of these. Indescence there. And then make that. We have end seeds now. So I'll chuck those up in the farm. But we also need that plus end steel in the alloy smelter. Boop, and do that. Then toss the gold with that to make the crystalline after that finishes. And I'll toss this up in the farm. Yeah, figure out. What do I not need? Don't really need thorium. Essentially, I was just trying to grow some of these just to build up numbers. And I think I got enough star metal. Okay. That'll just chuck in there. How's the others looking? It's iridium, platinum. Yep. And this is pretty much all I do, is just chuck them in, let them grow for a bit. Forget to take out seeds, so I gotta punch them out again. Alright. And then I'll go get... let's see. What seeds do we not actually have? Okay. Can remember if I put the key in there or not. That's why we had that bag. Okay, it'd be stuff at this end. Sapphire we don't have. And steel seeds. Let's actually do mithril and fluxed electrum first. Figure I'll show this on camera because I haven't in a while. So I've got the end seeds there. Chuck that there. That there, and that there. And that's all that needs to be done. So let's check our quest log again. Melodic. Oh yeah. Just drop down here. So we have a little bit of melodic, bunch more crystalline. Okay. And let's see. Yep, wrong one. Can I make that yet? Okay. Just make a few of those. And go ahead and add a pattern for that. Okay. Now you can see why I'm going to add a lot more molecular assemblers too. Just because I figure if it's something that's multi-step or we might need a lot of, I think I'm going to go ahead and make 2. Like, I'm going to go ahead and make a pattern for it. So we have melodic. Alright. I'm actually going to pop that in there. That takes a lot more power, but is a whole lot quicker now. We'll do the same for that. So that's why I want to make these better capacitors, just to essentially beef up production a little bit. So it's that. Stellar, we would need how many other stars we got? I might actually have to wait. Actually, see, hopping bonsai pot. Just grab one of those. Actually, 2. And then we're going to temporarily set something up. Because if I remember right, those can actually grow. Yep. Alright. So just going to set this up quick and dirty. And boop, and does it not grow? I thought this grew. Is it that? It's that. That's strange. Huh. Alright. That's weird. If I can spell. Alright. So I'll start with 1. And it said it takes like 2.5. Yeah, it's much slower. See, does this model render in? Oh, there's a couple pixels. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I think that'll do it for today's episode. I know I wanted to try to fix this hole in the floor with the molecular assemblers, but I think I'll do that in the beginning of the next episode, which hopefully shouldn't be too long. I've had that's too close. I missed the door frame there. I've had some IRL stuff just getting in the way, but I've got another series coming back to the channel soon. Gonna redo the Freedom of Progression mod pack. I ended it because I had some issues recording, but I'll get into the reasons we're restarting it in the next step when that series actually begins. But in the next episode, I think we will either start pneumatic craft, because that unlocks a bunch of stuff, or I gotta remember what the other thing was now. Oh yeah, we will be doing pneumatic craft, and we will be kind of adding a new platform. for all the autosieves, just so we get resource production again. With that will be industrial foregoing, which that'll be fun because there's a couple machines I've been waiting to get into from that mod. So anyways guys, this has been Destructorcraft, the Reaker of Chaos, and I will see you all in the next episode. Adios amigos.